Hi guys, so here we are, the Elephant Orphanage in Lusaka, which is the capital city of Zambia, a country in southern Africa. And just behind me you can see two little baby orphan elephants called Mocha and Kala. Now Kala is 3.5 years old and her mummy was shot by poachers who hunted her in the bush, shot her to take out her tusks and sell them as ivory. It's so sad, and they left poor little Kala all alone here, who needed I'll just come up to say hello, so sweet, but we're not supposed to touch them. As lovely as it is to touch them, we're not really allowed to touch them because the plan is to feed them and look after them and then return them to the wild where they belong. So little Carla was rescued after her mummy had been killed, and little Mocha over there, it's a very sad story, is that her herd of elephants went into a farm at night and they started eating all the crops. So the villagers all came out, scared away the elephants because they're eating all their livelihood and all their crops. But as the elephant herd ran off, they left little Mocha behind. She got confused and ended up in the boma, which is the enclosure where all the cattle and cows are. Really, really sad. She couldn't find her way back to her mummy and her family. So they rescued her and they brought her here, and now both of them, they live together, really well looked after, and they get little bottles of milk every 3 hours, and they'll be looked after for the next about 5 or 6 years here before being taken back to the national park, where they'll stay in another area and looked after for another 5 or 6 years before eventually being returned to the wild, where they'll be big enough and safe enough to look after themselves and live very happily ever after.